Welcome to the Foundation mod for Fallout 3, based on Asimov's Foundation series. Now I'm going to let you look at some very early work here. It shows you some of the work done so far. Not all of the work done so far, but some of the work done so far. And I'm going to explain to you how the mod's going to work while you're viewing this. As you start the game, you'll walk into Canterbury Commons and you'll meet these encyclopedists in this office here, and they'll tell you what they're trying to do, and you'll basically follow a storyline that's very similar to the Foundation, where you're trying to prevent mankind dropping into a second Stone Age. Because the resources available are infinite. They'll eventually run out unless somebody makes more resources. The people in the wasteland will end up using clubs in a few years' time. So the Foundationists are there to try and rebuild the technology needed to reproduce the stuff that is currently being used up, and therefore prevent mankind dropping into a second Stone Age. And these people here collect books, scrap metal, medical equipment, and they use it to rebuild the Foundation into something bigger and better, which is based in Canterbury Commons. So Canterbury Commons becomes the test subject. It's what you build up first. Now in this place you get the living quarters for all the staff, which is fairly small at the beginning. You don't get any of the guards you see walking around now or anything like that. You just get the staff, the doctor, that kind of thing. And the doctor, you'll handle ingredients and she'll turn it into medical stuff which you can use, like stims and stuff like that, and they appear in that box on the wall, the first aid box, which you can collect them from. And as you hand in scrap and technology, books and whatever else, says various tallies are kept in the background, and your technology rating goes up, your resources available to build stuff goes up, your medical rating goes up, and other things become available. For instance, just outside of town there's a Project Gaia which I built. It's basically an underground biosphere. It's just a cave with plants in it like trees. But the point is, it's a carefully controlled environment, and it's part of the biology quest line or technology line. And what you do is you actually upgrade your medical side just like you upgrade anything else. But as you go, first of all you get the stuff handed into the doctor, which gives you the stims and stuff like that, and then you'll get a laboratory, and then you'll get Project Gaia. Project Gaia will then show you how to grow trees in a radiation infested world, which will eventually allow you to grow trees in Canterbury Commons. Once you've developed the technology to allow them to live in the wasteland, you can plant some. That's the idea. That's the ultimate conclusion to the medical quest line. Now the scrap side of things, the technology goes to equip these guys. It goes to make security guards and power armoured soldiers and build everything you're seeing now. Actually, it says basically you can't build power armoured soldiers without a certain amount of knowledge in biology, certain amount of knowledge from pre-war books, and a certain amount of knowledge in scrap. So you can't build them too early. You've got to increase all 3 levels to a point before you can do that. But once you have, you can build them, and that room you've just been in was actually the barracks, and that is one of the upgrades you get from the workshop, which you're about to see. The workshop is actually where the engineers are. One of the first things you do when you actually upgrade into the scrap side of things and knowledge side is you'll get the workshop fairly early, and this is the place where it builds the robots and other things. Once this is built, you're well on your way to getting more advanced technology, but this needs to be powered. And as you'll see later on in the video, one of the things that gets built automatically will be a power station around the back of this building. Now this is going to be the lab. This is part of the medical quest line. It's next door to the workshop in the fire station in Canterbury Commons. But they all tie in. So you start off with your basic goods, and then you get to a dedicated office like the lab or the workshop or whatever else, and then you build the stuff they need to make more advanced stuff, and then the advanced stuff becomes available. But slowly, between the beginning of the game and then, you'll slowly be introduced to new stuff as you go. So it's a slow development of the modern, slow rebuilding of Canterbury Commons. And as you rebuild, these houses you see now, these empty houses which still need decorating, will eventually fill up with families which are attracted to the place because of the developments you've actually been producing. the improvements you've been producing. Anyway, I'll let you finish watching the video. That's a quick introduction to the mod. Hopefully it'll be finished in due course. It won't be too long because I'm a very fast worker. But you get an idea of the sort of thing I'm doing now, and you can see how it works. Round the back here you'll see the power plant, which is part of the thing that will magically appear as your technology improves. That's the workshop quest line, and there's a water spout there, look, as well, so it's a self-contained little city. Anyhow, see you in the next video.